वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
नत्वा
श्रीभारती तीर्थ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीम्
पञ्चदशीं
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये
पंचमहाभूत विवेक प्रकरणम श्लोका नंबर 38। कालाभावे पुरेत्युक्तिः कालवासनया युतम्।
कालाभावे पुरेत्युक्तिः कालवासनया युतम्।
शिष्यं प्रत्येव तेनात्र द्वितीयं न हि शङ्क्यते।
शिष्यं प्रत्येव तेनात्र द्वितीयं न शङ्क्यते।
चोद्यं वा परिहारो वा क्रियतां द्वैतभाषया।
चोद्यं वा परिहारो वा
द्वैतभाषया
अद्वैतभाषया चोद्यं नास्ति नापि न तदुत्तरम्।
अद्वैतभाषया चोद्यं नास्ति नापि तदुत्तरम्।
Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit. Agre. Kasmat Agre. Srishtekhe. Purve. Purvasmin Kale. Before the Srishti. Before the creation of this Jagat. Sat Eva Asit. Sat Advitiya Sat. Advitiyam Brahma. If it is Advitiyam, Advitiya Sat, Advitiya Sadvastuni Pura iti Kalasya Bhavaha. Kalasya Abhave Advitiya Vastuni. Katam Ayam Prayogaha Yujyate. That is a question. That is the objection. If Brahma, which is non-dual, if it is non-dual, then there is no Kala. There is no Kala, there is no Desha. Desha Kala Vastu. Aparichinnam is Advaita Sat. Then Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit iti Agre iti padam katam prayoktum shakyate. Ayam prayoga katam yujyate. For that the samadhanam is Kalavasanaya. Shishyasya Kalavasanaya. Shishyam prati etavat prayogaha yuktam eva. Kimartam Kalavasanaya yutaha Shishyah. Ataha atra dvitiyam na shankite. Because agre the word is used, therefore one should not doubt it is that vastu is sadvastu is dvitiyam iti shankam na shankaraniya, because Shishya is endowed with, is already oriented with, is already used to such expressions, karya, karana, kala, etc., desha. So therefore such prayoga is not a dosha, it is in keeping with the prior orientation of the students. Therefore, because it is said, therefore one should not doubt kalasya abhave katam agre iti prayoktum shakyate. That is some objection and samadhanam given. Then the next shloka which we saw, Chodyam va pariharo va. Chodyam, questioning and answering. All this can happen only in the Dvaita Prapancha. Dvaita Prapancha, the questioner is there, therefore question is there, and the answerer, the teacher is there, therefore there is a samvada. So samvada can happen because there is Dvaitam. There is question and the answer for the question. The questioner and the answerer. So therefore, and the question also possible and only using the words of the language of Dvaita. Answer also is possible accordingly. In the Advaita and the Advaita Vastuni, where is the question? Question requires the words. The words are limited. The words imply, the words must have Kriyapadam and must have Karaka, subject, object. So all these are only in the Dvaita Prapancha. All these are only the Dvaita world. All these are Dvaita Bhasha. In the Advaita, where are the words? There are no words. All the words, even the word Satta also is not in Advaita. In Advaita Vastu, there is no even That's it. Even Advaitam also will not be there. There is no word. Advaitam because na Dvaitam Advaitam. Our experience in the Vyavahara is Dvaitam. In order to negate the reality given to our experience, na Dvaitam, we are oriented with, much oriented with the subject-object relationship. Subject, and therefore there must be object. If I am the subject, anything other than me is the object. Without being taught, this is how we conduct ourselves in the world. Therefore, this is strongly entrenched in the mind. So, whereas in Advaita, where who is a subject, who is the object, all the Karaka Upavardhanam happens in the Advaita Jnanam. So, in the Advaita Jnanam, there can't be any words, there can't be any question, there can't be any answer. There is no questioner. Questioner means the Karta, he is the one, Prashnakarta. And therefore there is no answer. Therefore, there cannot be any question or any answer. There you cannot do any neti neti or iti iti. You cannot negate. Similarly, you cannot include anything because it is all inclusive. It's everything. So all this Vyavahara, it's not possible in the Advaita Sat. So Advaita Bhashaya, Chodyam Nasti, Uttaramapi Nasti. Only in the Dvaita, only such Sambhada dialogues are possible because there is because there is a vivaksha is involved. There is a question is involved. Therefore, the the question has to be answered. Therefore, the words have to be used. There is a wrong understanding, wrong notion. So that has to be negated. Therefore, words are used. So therefore, words are only the tools, that are only the means. That is why yatovacho nivartante. Words cannot reveal, words cannot touch. Words can remove only the wrong notion. Words cannot point out what Brahma is because it is you. It is the very subject. How can the words point you? The words have limitation. That is why vichara is involved. We cannot take literally the meaning of the words. Tatatvam literal meaning cannot be taken. That is why the vichara is done. Bhagatyaha lakshanaya. Every word is divided into its individual components, and vichara is done. Trying to understand the implied meaning of the words and how this when the Shastra equates and how this equation is possible. That which cannot be equated is equated. It means the Shastra cannot be wrong. So therefore, giving the benefit of doubt to the Shastram, so trying to understand the equation, trying to understand the implied meaning and therefore the equation. So all these are in only in the Dvaita, in the Dvaita Prapancha, in the Vyavahara only, not in the Advaita. In the Advaita, there are no words. What words could be there in the Advaita? The words imply all the structures, semantic structures. So they are therefore there is complete maunam. In Dvaita there is no speech. That is why speech is gold. Silence is silver, speech is gold. So the speech is possible only in the Dvaita Prapancha. Therefore in the Advaita Sat, what is to be known? There is nothing to be known. Because it is you, only you, that is nothing else. So therefore no language, and therefore there is no transaction. So therefore, uttaram nasti, chodyam nasti, prashnam nasti, uttanamapi nasti iti. Because this prashna and prativachana must have the content. There is no vishaya in Advaitam Brahma. What is the vishaya? Avishayaha. Advaitam Brahma, it is avishaya. In the Advaita Sat, in that, it is not it is not available for Vyavahara. It is not Vyavahara Yogyaha Advaita Sat. So therefore, there is Chodyamba Uttaramba Nasti iti. Then up to this we have seen. Then the next shloka, where the author records from the Yoga Vasishta. He quotes from the Yoga Vasishta, and he presents the same topic that there is that Tashteka Prak, this Advitiyam Sat, the nature of this Sat, the difficulty in understanding, incomprehensibility of this Sat. It is present as the nature of Sat, Sat Brahma. Whatever the conception, the idea, what we have about Sat, all these are negated. Without this, all the conceptions, all the idea, the conceptions, what we can have only with regard to the objects of the world. Is available for some imagination, the objects. It's available for pramana, but Brahma is not available for any pramana, even for Shastram also. Shastram also cannot objectify it. It's not objectifiable. So therefore, then what is the nature of Sat? The nature of Sat cannot be defined. Therefore, negative words are used. Not this, not this. Itadadresham, agragim, agotram, avarnam, all are negated. Not available for Drishya, Yogyaha, doesn't have any Varna, doesn't have Panipada. So all are negated. So minus this. What is that? It is achintyaha, inconceivable. But inconceivable has to be understood. It is inconceivable, not that it cannot be known, because it is known all the time, at the same time not known. What we saw before. Bhanayapi avanam eva. Therefore, for the clear bhanam, for clear understanding, such words are used, handled by the Shastra. So in the next sloka, it is presented. Let us read. Sloka number 40. Tada smitagambhiram na tejo na tamastatham.
तदा
तदा स्थितमिदं
गम्भीरं न तेजो न तमस्ततम्
अनाख्यमनभिव्यक्तं सत्किञ्चिदवशिष्यते.
अनाख्यमनभिव्यक्तं तत्किञ्चित् शिष्यते
तदा स्तिमितगम्भीरं. Tada stimita gambiram. Sti is a da, that is the dhatu. Sastagana. Tada stimita gambiram na tejo na tamaha tatam tan dhatu. Tanoti iti tatam. Anakyam anabhivyaktam sat kinchit avashishyate. In Advaita, there is no kala, there is no time. In the Advaita, in the pure Sat is Aham. There is no kala, there is no Dvaita. There is no Dvaitam in the Paramartha Vastu. So from this shloka onwards, the Sat is talked about. So in the Paramartha Vastu, there is no Dvaitam, therefore there is no Dvaitam, therefore it is Sat, pure existence, Sat, Advaitam. This Sat, Brahma, Sadvastu, doesn't have any parts, doesn't have avayava, doesn't have any avayava, doesn't have any parts, limbs, angas, not there. Neither it is a part of anything. It doesn't have parts, nor it's a part of something, anything. And now we have seen all the three Vedas are negated. Swagata, Swagata Veda, Sajatiya Veda, Vijatiya Veda. So therefore there is no Avayava. And it is not a Karyam. From the standpoint of the Jagat, it is Karanam. Karyam is from the standpoint of from the perspective of the Karyam Jagat. Therefore we say it was there before creation. Then what happened to it now? That alone exists. Deva asit. This Karya Jagat, with respect to this this Prapancha, which is Karyam, which we take it as a product, then it is Sat, is the Karanam. The Karyam is Mithya. Finally, that also reduces to Sat Eva. If a Sat is not the Karyam, it is not the effect, it is not something which is produced. Neither it is the Avayava, nor is a part of anything, and it is not a Karyam. So therefore, everything exists in the Sat, all objects, all the Vastu, the Dvaita Vastus, what is available for our perception, the Vyavahara, they all exist in this Sat, and they are all subject to change. Prapancha is subject to change. The Jagat is subject to change. This changing Jagat exists in the changeless Sat. So it is what exists. It is what exists, and it inheres in every Vastu, every object. Every object is pervaded by this Sat Vastu. Pot is, when we say pot is, the pot is the isness. We cannot separate the isness, the existence from the pot. Even when the pot is destroyed, the pieces are there, they exist. The clay exists. The existence now is with the clay. Clay is destroyed, still the existence continues. Therefore, the existence cannot be destroyed. Namarupa may change. Namarupa are subject to destruction, but existence, Sat, exists, continues to exist. It cannot be destroyed. And that existence is Sat. The Sat is Chit. So existence and this Chaitan consciousness, they are one and the same. Therefore, only we say this existence is inseparably, it inheres in every Vastu. In fact, it enlivens everything, the Sad Vastu. Even when all the objects disappear, existence continues to be as it is. It is Sat, and it is Chaitanyam, it is consciousness. In the Buddhi, it is an object is perceived. Because it is, therefore it is perceived that isness in the Buddhi, Chitta, Chaitanyam, consciousness. So therefore Sat is nothing but Chit. It is Sada Asti. Therefore, whatever the descriptions which we give to consciousness, they're all applicable to Sat because they are not different. The isness, the existence, because of consciousness, they are one and the same. Sat is Chit. That means Sat Chit Atma iti Sat Chit Atma, and it is Chit, it is Sat, it is Anantaha. That's why it's Sat Chit Anandaha, Arantaha iti. Not subject to limitation. So what exists, that alone is Chit, shines. Chit, knowledge, shines Sada Bhati. Asti Bhati Priyam iti. Now, this Asti Bhati Priyam Sat, this Brahma, Sat, Tada, Kada srishtehe prak. Tada, tada means when. Srishtehe prak. Sadeva somi idam agra asi. Idam agre is srishtehe prak. Before the srishti. Srishtehe prak. In fact, even the word tada, the tada is used, we ask a question kada. Kada means kala. Therefore, tada is, that is also implies kala. Where is kala? Time has not yet come. Time is also a product, it is created, it is system. But we have to use the word tada. Srishtehe pra, tada we have to use when. We have to use a word. When the word we use, when, before the arrival of Desha Kala, time and space. Sat kinchit avashishyate. Sat kinchit avashishyate. Sat kinchit means not some sat is left out. No. That is sat kinchit sat is something that is sat which is not available for our description, which is not available for words, therefore not available for our description. It is not chintaniya. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate. That is kinchit sat, not some sat. Sat which is incomprehensible, not available for words, not available for description, not available for any conception. Avashishyate. That alone was there. When we say even before the arrival of time and space. That is what tada is. So tada, the word is used only when kala is there, but we use here even before the arrival of desha kala. So before the time was srishtam, satva, sat eva avashishyate, tada, kada srishtehe pra, before the srishti. This is the contradiction. Of course, this will be there because we're trying to describe which is indescribable, trying to define which is indefinable. That limitation the words have, but Shruti does it very beautifully. So therefore, Sat avashishyate, Sat remains. And all other words in the shloka are adjective to Sat. Sat, Ninchit Sat avashishyate. What is this Sat? Sat is Brahma, Napumsakalinga. Stimita Gambiram, Anakyam, Anabhivyaktam. And that is not na tejaha, na tamastaha, na tamaha, and tatam also another adjective. Stimita Gambiram. Stim, fourth conjugation. It means stimita means motionless, steady. It is stimita gambiram, nischalam ityartaha. Stimita. Stimita means motionless, doesn't move. So srishhtehe prak, this sat, that is nirvishesham brahma, eva asit, sat eva asit. And the sat vastu is stimita gambiram, it is nischalam, doesn't have any motion, no movement, no karma. It means no motionless means it is no karma, no karma vivahara. Spandana ragitam, sashtege pra. Shiva shaktya yukto yadi bhavati shakta prabhavitum nachedevam devo nakalu kushalaha spanditum api spanditum spandana without maya shakti, without shakti, Shiva cannot, there cannot be any spandanam, movement. Just Shiva only will be there, Sat alone will be there. That is why Shakti, when there is union with the Shakti, Maya, then only there is Spanditam api, Shakyate. So Srishtehe Prag, only Sattva was there, and that is Nischalam, that is Stimitam, Spandana Ragitam, and no karma, therefore. That means Nischalam means no karma vyavahara. Karma implies all the karakas, subject object division. That is the division. There is no time, there is no space, there are no objects. Therefore, cannot be object is not there. Even subject also, individuality, jiva not there. So where can there be karma? There is no karma. So it is completely free from karma, freedom from action. But you can see all these words we use in Dvaita Bhasha. Dvaita Bhasha, we are talking about Brahma, which is not available for any words. Advaita Vastu is presented. So all the words what we use are Dvaita. It has neither motion nor motion. It is we cannot say it has motion, it is motionless. It is Gambira, it is deep. It is Gambira. Gambira meaning it is difficult to comprehend. That is what deep. Gambira means deep. Gaganam ityartaha. Means it is Vishayikartum. Manasa Vishayikartum. Tikakara says. Manasa Vishayikartum Ashakyam. This such difficult to comprehend. Difficult to comprehend with the mind. Ungraspable it is. So Smita Gambira, Stimita Gambira, Stimita Gambira, Stimita means that absence of karma vivahara. And Gambira is deep. It means it's not available for objectification, Vishaykartam. Therefore, absence of jnana vivahara also. Karma not possible, jnanam also not possible. Jnanam, it is when jnanam happens, jnanam only is Dvaita Prapancha. From Dvaitam, you get Jnanam, Advaita Jnanam. Dvaitam only there is Jnanam possible. In Advaita there is no Jnana Vivahara. In Advaita there is no Shastra, there is no Guru Upasaradam, there is no Shravanam, Maranam, Vidyasanam. All these Vivahara are not there in the Advaita. That Jnana Vivahara is not possible in the Advaita Satu. Where it is possible, only in the Dvaita. In the Dvaita Prapancha only it is possible. Therefore, Stimita Gambiram negates both. No karma vivahara. Neither karma vivahara nor jnana vivahara. Neither karma vivahara, therefore, there is no any striving for any purushartha, and therefore neither for freedom also. Where is moksha in Advaita? Moksha is only from the standpoint of Dvaita. Therefore, jnana vivahara also. That is what the word gambira, manasa api, shaikartum ashakya means jnana vivahara also is not possible. It is, therefore, it is therefore incomprehensible. Gambira, it is aprameyam ityartaha. Incomprehensible. It is not an object of knowledge. It is not available as an object of knowledge. Therefore, it is not because it is not it is not a karma, karaka. No karakas are there. Therefore, it is object implies subject. Therefore, that divisions are not there. That is why it is incomprehensible. It transcends one understanding. Brahma cannot be objectified for one's understanding. We use the word Adokshaja, the name of Lord Vishnu. Adokshaja. I think the word comes in Vishnu Sahasranam also. Adokshajaha. Adaha Akshaha. Akshaha Jaha. Akshaha means Indriya Ityartaha. Akshaja means born of sense organs, sense perceptions. Born of sense perceptions. Adokshaja is the name of the Lord, who cannot be known through sense perceptions, not available for sense perception. Adokshajaha. It is aprameya. It means stimita gambira ityartaha. That is sat. Stimita gambiraha. Na tejaha. Na teja. Tejas. Tejaha. Teja means prakasha. The swaprakasha and all we say, that also only the Dvaita. Swaprakasha chaitanyam. It is swaprakasha chaitanyam and it removes darkness. It's all we use Dvaita. In the Dvaita, what Dvaita Prapancha only we use this word. But what is as such? It is neither Tejaha nor Tamaha. Not Tejaha, not Tamaha. Shruti negates both. It is neither darkness nor light. Therefore, Swaprakasha, we say, from the standpoint of Swaprakasha, it is different from Tamaha. Swaprakasha, Tejaha, that is Tejaha is Swaprakasha. Tamaha, darkness. Is Sat is Tejas or darkness. It is Tamo Vilakshanam, different from Tamas, we say Swaprakasha Bhavataya. All these are again Dvaita words. But from that, we understand that it is neither darkness nor light. Because it removes darkness in the Dvaita, brings the light, that is the knowledge, because of which the jnanam, the reality is seen, the reality is it's understood. Therefore, we say it is light, it is enlivens everything. But in the Advaita, Sat, it is neither darkness nor light. Where is darkness or where is light? What is light? What is darkness? So therefore, na tejaha, na tamaha. It is in fact that Sat alone is the Sat alone. It reveals darkness, it reveals light. Darkness also knows to whom? To the knower. The knower knows the ignorance. The knower knows that I am ignorant of so and so. The ignorance also illumined by Sat alone. And the knowledge also is illumined by Sat. Therefore, it is neither darkness nor light. It is above. It is Atma, Sat alone. It lights up both darkness and light. Even the darkness is lit up by Sat. Light also, knowledge also, lit up by Sat. But it is neither darkness nor Sat. Na tejaha, na tamaha. It is tatam, all pervasive. Sarvatra, vyaptam, it is all pervasive. It is tanoti iti tatam. Tanoti, iktigana, it conjugation. Ya tatam idam sarvam jagatam vyaktam murtina, Bhagavan says in Gita, 9th chapter. So this Sat, that alone gives satta spurti to everything. So that is Sat, Sat Brahma. And it is anakyam. Akya means nama, nama ityartha. Akya, kyatum, to call it by a name. Does it have a name? The name what we give to Sat. Sat doesn't know that it has got the name Sat. We call it by the name Sat. Where? Dvaita. Dvaita Avastha, we give the name. In Advaita Avastha, what name is there for Sat? Advaita Avastha, there is no language. What is Sat? What is Brahma? Nothing exists. There is no word. No words. Words have to be created. Words means it is Dvaitam only. In the Advaita Avastha, there are no words. In the Dvaita, we use the words to denote Brahma, to understand. So therefore, Brahma doesn't have any name. Sat doesn't, Sat Brahma, with which what we refer to that Advaitam, that doesn't have any name. We need words to refer, words to handle and to refer to that which is indescribable, which is incomprehensible. Therefore, Sat, Brahma, all these words we use, Nama. Because we use name, therefore one should not think it has got Nama Rupa. That is, it is not, that's why Anabhivyaktam, Arupakam ityartaha. It is Anamakam, at the same time, it is Anabhivyaktam. Doesn't have Rupa. Therefore, by Chakshuradi Indriyahi, Vishaykartam Ayogyam it is. You cannot know it. At the same time, does it mean it is Shunya? No, it is Shunya Vilakshanam. If you say Shunya, then it is a problem. That is what Shunyavadi says. So therefore, it is Arupakam, it is Anamakam, Anakyam. So it is not available for any Shabda Pravritti. Shabda, when do you use? To employ Shabdas. The objects must have conditions. The object should be available either the object must be of the four things the object must have either one of the four things. That is Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. We have seen this before. Either the object must belong to a jati, or it must have some guna, some kriya, some movement, or it must have sambandha with something. If nothing is there, if an object doesn't have any of the thing, then it is not available for shabda pravritti. It is anakyam. Words cannot be employed to refer to it. Shabda pravritti not possible. That should be shabda pravritti nimitta. Shabda pravritti nimitta is this jati, kriya, guna, sambandha. If that is not there, then how can we express through words? How can we employ words to understand? We cannot use. So therefore, Brahma is jati. It's not neither jati. Is it a guna? No, doesn't have any guna. It is nirgunam. It is because in the nirguna avastha we don't use the word nirguna. We cannot use the word nirgunam. Nirgunam only also a relative word. All the words are relative. Sagunam is a therefore nirgunam. In the Dvaita avastha, with Sagunam we say. From the standpoint of the Dvaita avastha, Sagunam only, we say Nirgunam. In the Nirguna avastha, there is no Nirgunam. What to talk about Sagunam? There's nothing. Nothing means not Shunya. It means not, there is no name, Anakyam, Anabhivyaktam, not available for any Pramana Gocharam in the Advaita avastha. Where are the Indriyas? Therefore, Indriyagi Vishayikatum, Ayogyam. It is not available for the Indriyas. Indriyas, the Pratyaksha Pramana. Then what to talk about other Pramana, Mana, Arthapati, Upamana, Anupalabdhi. It is Pramana Yogyam, Pramana Agocharam. That is why it is Agocharam, Anabhivyaktam. Therefore, only it is Gambiram, difficult to understand. Durvignyayam Ityartaha. So difficult to comprehend. So therefore, when Brahma is not available for naming, it is not nameable. It is Anabhivyaktam. When it is not available for any name, then how can you call it Sat? It's a compromise. It's a compromise done by the Shruti. We need words. It is compelled to use, Shruti is compelled to use words because we understand through words. Our communications are all through words or signs. Some words, at least if we don't use words, some sign language, that is also a means of expression. So the words have to be used. So therefore, Shruti is committed to teaching the student. Therefore, it uses a word. If you don't use the word Sata, you have to use some word. You have to use some word. You have to use either Kirtrima or Akirtrima, like the Panimagari uses some artificial name, Kirtrima, tea, Chontyadi, tea, gu. All these are, what does it mean? It's just a name, doesn't have any meaning. Some words, again, that is also, it is in Dvaita Avastha. Some word, some name have to be used. So all the words are the tools which the Shastra employs for teaching. So after knowing this, it has to be dropped. We cannot hold on to the words. That is, it becomes another big trap. That is Shabdajalam Maharanyam, as Shankaracharya says in Viveka Churavan. One gets caught in this, the Shabdajalam, the Shastra. The Shastra also, that also becomes a big vasana. We hold on to the words. In fact, that becomes another big obstruction. Because we ask any questions after studying Vedanta for some years. If any question is asked, then they can use the words which have repeatedly listened, heard in the class, and they can use an answer. But doesn't mean it was really understood, because it is heard and it is just repeated the words. But real understanding cannot be expressed. It is one's understanding. What one understands, one only knows. The words are all just a tool. So we cannot hold on to the words. But it's a big obsession. There are some people who just hold on to the words, thinking that because they have these, they employ words and then answer, therefore they think they understand the vastu. When understanding takes place, it becomes speechless. You cannot express it. Only when you want to teach, then only you have to employ words. Otherwise, there is no expression of what you can say. So therefore, the Shruti handles because Shruti wants to teach, therefore, and Shruti uses words. So we should not get caught in this Shabdajalam. There is another big trap. So everywhere there is a trap. The words also becomes a great impediment to understand the inexpressible, to comprehend the inexpressible Satu. It is there are the steps. After that, it has to be. It's like a ladder. After climbing up, it has to be. It has been dropped. You have to drop the word very Sat also, Brahma also. Brahma is that means not the name, neither because Brahma, what is Brahma? We cannot conceive of. We that just a name by name we refer to that which is not nameable. Then we should not hold on to name after that. So it has to be dropped. It is that's what Bhagavan also says in the Gita. Nasat nasat iti uchyate. Anadimat param Brahma asattan nasat uchyate. It is neither existent as an object nor it is non-existent. Yatkinchit avasishyate. Sat, therefore, yatkinchit sat, some, the sat, which is something, yatkinchit, something which is available, which is not available for any description. Avasishyate. It was there before creation. Before creation, it was there. Whether you call it Sat or whether you call it Brahma, whatever name you use, it was that Advaita, that which doesn't have second to it, was there. It is there, although it is there. Paramartataha Dvaita Abhave, from the standpoint of the reality, Paramartataha, Paramartha, Advaita Avastha. Paramartha means Advaita Avastha. Dvaita Abhave, there is no Dvaita. Smritim Pramanagati Tadaiti. Smriti is, this is Yoga Vasishta Shloka. That is a Smriti. Stimitam is Nischala Vidyartaha. Spandana Ragitam. There is Chalana Ragitam. There is no movement. There is no motion. It means no karma vyavahara. Gambiram. Duravahaham. Difficult to comprehend. Manasa Vishayi Kartam Ashakyam. Cannot be objectified by the mind because it is not an object. Not Tejaha. Not Tejastu Anadikaranam. It is not Tejaha. It is not light. Tejahatu Anadikaranam. It is not the locus of light. It is not that which we say shines and all. That also what shines. In the Dvaita Prapancha only we say it shines. But it is not, but reality is it is neither Tejaha nor Tavaha. We cannot say it is as darkness or it has light. All these are relative words. So not Tejaha, not Tavaha. It means it is different from Tamas. Tamasaha Vilakshan, different from Tamas, darkness. Natu Tejaha Anadikaranam. It is not light. It's not Adhikaranam for Tejaha. It is not the Adhikaranam for Tejas. Tejas means light. And at the same time, it is not Tamaha, it is different from Tamas. So contradictory words are used so that therefore we don't attribute any property to it. It is free from that. It is free from attributes. So Tamasaha Vilakshanam. Anavarana Subhavam Vidyar. Anavarana Subhavam, not covered by anything. Anavaranam. There is no avaranam. There is no covering. Tatam, Vyaptam, all pervading. Tatam. Sarvatra. Sarvaga it is. Sarvatra Gachati. Vyaptam, all pervading. It is Anakyam. Vyakyatum Ashakyam. Kya, to call. Anamakam ityartaha. Not, it is not possible to call by any name. Anakyam doesn't have any name. Ashakyam. Why? Because it is not available. It is not available for Dvaita Vyavahara. Dvaita Vyavahara as its adhishtanam on this, and that doesn't have any name. Otherwise, it's a problem. Suppose if it is also a name and rupa, then it must have another adhishtanam. So that will lead to infinite aggression. So therefore, it is anahakyam. Anabhivyaktam. Anabhivyaktam. Chakshuradibihi api avishayikartum. Chakshuradi means indriyaihi. Jnanendriyaihi. Jnanendriyaihi avishayikartum. It cannot objectify by the indriyas, sense organs, not available for sense perception. Indriya pramana agocharam ityartha. Indriyahi agocharam. Sat. Shunya, at the same time, it is shunya vilakshanam because it is not available for pratyakshadi pramanam. Therefore, we cannot conclude it is shunyam. This is where the Buddhists do the mistake. If it is a shunyam, then this Jagat also cannot be there. It's dismissed. But Jagat has got the Vyavaharika reality that can be there only when there is Paramarthika Sat. Therefore, Shunya Vilakshanam. Ataheva Kinchit Idantaya. Therefore, only Idam Shabdena Nirdeshtum Ashakyam. It is Kinchit. Ataheva Kinchit. It is something, somewhat. It's something. But we cannot Nirdeshtum, we cannot refer to by idantaya. This is what it is. Idantaya ashakyam. Kinchit avashishyate. Ita nishedavaditvena avatishtate ityartaha. So in the sadvastu, dvaita nisheda, all the dvaita, the binnam, the different, everything that is binna, the different, they are negated, badhyate, baditvena. Dvaita nisheda avaditvena avatishtate. When all these dvaitas are negated, adhishtanataya, ito vartate, pralaya kale, that is sadvastu. Tadvatu avatishtate, tishtati. When all the dvaita, the binna, that is the dvaita vastu, the dvaitams are removed, they are subject to negation, dvaita vastus, dvaita, duality. When it is negated, then what will be remaining? But advaita vastu sat avatishtate. So dvaita nishedavaditvena avatishtate sat ityartaha. That is the meaning. Then the next shloka. Here the next shlokas. We have seen some before the objections from the Madhyamika and Nayayikas. Now again, Nayayikas raises an objection here. Logician. For Nayayikas, their argument that there are, you see how this darshana has evolved. Their argument is based on the conception of this reality. There are certain, the understanding about this evolution process. So for them, the final substance, the vastu is paramanu, subtlest particles. Paramanu, anu means subtle, atom, paramanu. So that is their, they say that is what is the final. They are nityam, and they are not produced, and they cannot be dissolved also. That's why it's called paramanu. In fact, when the Dalton, if the English scientist, when he first propounded his theory of atom, he says atom is that which cannot be destroyed. After that, with so much advancement has come, we have come to know the atom consists of protons, neutrons, and electrons, and further into that meson, etc., and further into it particles, dark particles, so many things. So atom is subject to, atom can be split, it can produce so much energy. So the beginning he gave a proposal. It is his proposition, atom cannot be destroyed. Similarly, here, the Nayayika, the Darshanam, for them, this Paramana is the final. The particles which are subtlest, that is final, it is Nityam. They cannot be produced, they cannot be dismissed. It is there. It is Nitya. Nitya means we cannot ask how it has come to existence. It is Nitya. It is their darshanam, it is their content, their view. So, and Paramanu. The Paramanus have certain Vishesha. So, therefore, they distinguish as the Vastu in the Vastu in the objects of the world. There are Prithvi Paramanu, Agni Paramanu, Vayu Paramanu, iti. So what happens at the time of dissolution? The Srishti which consists of elements, all the elements they go back to the Paramanu. All the elements. What are the elements? Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi, not Akasha. Why? Because for them, Akasha also is Nityam. Akasha doesn't resolve, doesn't undergo resolution. All the other elements, 4 elements, they undergo resolution. Akasha is Nityam for them. Therefore, this Paramanu, therefore, they all go back to the Paramanu, and the Paramanu again, they join together and they create this process of evolution, this Jagat. The Paramanu becomes manifest as Karyam and become visible elements, and this is what the Srishti is. Pralayakale, all these Paramanu, they go back to the Paramanu. All the 4 elements, not the 5th element, not 5th. Akasha is not element for them, it is Nitya. So, therefore, in this process of evolution and devolution, Akasha stands as it is Nityam, because Akasha is not a Paramanu. Paramanu is Nityam and Akasha also Nityam. This is their view of Nayayika. So, therefore, before creation, now, statement, Tadeva Somyadam Agrahasit. Srishtehe Purvam, before creation, what was there? For them, according to them, space was there. Space. But the space doesn't have objects. It is objectless space. Space means that what we call space. Space is that which accommodates things, which accommodates vastu, objects. But Srishti Prak, there are no objects. But they say objectless space. Space without object exists. The space without objects. In the dissolution, what happens? All the objects are resolved and Akasha alone remains. So therefore, before the next Srishti, what is remaining there is only the space object without any objects, the Akasha that remains. And of course, all the Paramanu. So therefore, Akasha remains as objectless space for Nayayikas. Because they cannot conceive they cannot because they cannot perceive space. Space is not available for any perceptions. So therefore, space exists. Space exists eternally for them. So spaceless, therefore they say, therefore before Srishti, spaceless Satu was there. Spaceless Satu. Satu with not spaceless, space with Akasha with the Sat. That is Sat, that Shruti uses Sat. And before Srishti, space was there. Therefore, the Sat with the space. Sat with space. Because they question our view. How can you think of spaceless Sat? He says Sat alone was there. Sat means there is no space. Akasha not there. But for them, Akasha is there. Therefore, Sat with the space. But we say spaceless Sat. Therefore, they question, how can you say Sat alone was there? There must be space also, because space is Nityam. Spaceless Sat cannot be there. Spaceless Sat cannot be there. It is there, the contention. Because space is Nityam. Paramanus are Nityam. Therefore, Srishtehe Prak, space is there. Therefore, Sat is there, space also is there. Therefore, it is Akasha Sagitam Sat, Sashtege Prak. But what we say, our contention is, space is also is a product. Therefore, what was there, Sashtege Prak is just a space alone, the Sat alone. There is no space, there is space. Sat doesn't require space. In fact, Sat gives a space for the space after Srishti. Space is also a product. Tasmad etasmad akasha sambhutaha. Shruti says akashaha sambhutaha. Akasha is born. Therefore, what is there? What was there before the Srishti? Sat alone, without any space. Spaceless Sat. Sat doesn't require any space. Space is born of Sat. So that is what we say. So that is here. That is Pura Pakshi, the objection. First, let us read the objection. Then it is we encounter it. Nanu bhumyadikam abhut paramanvantanaşatah.
ननु
ननु
भूम्यादिकम्
भूम्यादिकं
आभूत्
माभूत्
परमाणु
परमाण्वन्नाशतः
Katham te viyato sattvam buddhimarohatīti ched.
कथं ते
कथं ते
वियतो
वियतो
सत्त्वं
सत्त्वम्
बुद्धिमारोहति इति
आरोहतीति
चेत्
चेत्
So the Nayayika's objection is the Sat, what we say, which exists before, which is alone is there before the Srishti. That is not possible. Sat without space, spaceless Sat is not possible. That is what their objection is. Because for them Sat is Sat Nityam it is. So they therefore they ask, how can you conceive of spaceless Sat? Bhumyadikam Mahabhut. Nanu is objection. So this verse is objection of the, that is objection of the Nayaikas presented in the form of the shloka. Bhumyadikam Mahabhut. Let there not be Bhumyadi. Bhumyadika means Bhumi, Agni, Apaha and Vayu, not Akasha, because Nayayika Akasha is Nitya. They can accept Brahma, Sat. They accept Brahma. According to them, the Paramanvanta Sheshataha, due to the destruction of these elements, Bhumyadikam, Bhumi, Agni, Apaha, Vayu, all these elements. And the element they go back to Paramanu. Paramanu, Paramanvanta, Paramanu Paryantam Nashaha, Bhavati Ityartaha, Paramanu, Nashataha is Pancham, Vibhakti. Bhumyadikam Mahabhut, starting from Bhumi up to Vayu, they are reduced to Paramanu. Therefore, it is, therefore Vyavahara Ayogyam in that avavastha, in the resolution, if that is Srishtehe Prak, Vyavahara Ayogyam, because these elements are not there. Bhumi, Agni, Apaha, Vayu, not there. Therefore, there is no, it is Vyavahara Ayogyam, that is a avastha, Srishtehe Prak, before the Srishti. So, Paramanvanta Nashataha. So, Paramanvanta Nashataha is acceptable. Bhumyadikam Mahabhut. How do you say now? How do you say Akasha is resolved? All the four elements are anityam. Therefore, they are resolved. Katamte viyataha asatvam. How can there be an absence of Akasha in Sat? Akasha is nityam. That has to be there. How can there be the absence of space in before the Srishti? Katamte. Te means you. Katamte bhavan vadati. Katamte tava Vyata asatvam. How can you say Vyata? Vyata means Akashasya. Vyataha. Akashasya. Asatvam. Abhavaha. Katam vadati. Katam buddhim arogati iti chet. Buddhim arogati. How can you conceive of the Sat without space? How can you conceive that spaceless situation? Because they have the conception that space is nityam. Therefore, they argue like this. Katam te vyatah asatvam. Asatvam is abhavah. So vyatah abhavah. Akashasya abhavah. Katam buddhim arogati. How do you mount upon your buddhi this idea? How did you appreciate this idea? How can you your buddhi objectify like this? Katam buddhim arogati. Katam buddhi visheha bhavati. Arogati means how can you entertain such an idea, such a knowledge, such a notion? What is the notion? That spaceless sat. Akasha is there. Akasha cannot go. Therefore this is the argument. Katam buddhim arogati. Bhumyadikam mahabhut. Prithvi, all these bhuta, the chatushtaya, mahabhut. That is not the sushtehe prak. That we accept. Sushtehe prak mahabhut, nasyat. Up to these, because they all enter into the Paramanu stage. They resolve back into the subatomical state. It enters. Therefore, they are not there. But katam vyatah sattam. How can you say the akasha not there? The four elements they go to sushteha pragna bhavati. That we can accept. Prithvyadini, they go. They are born from Paramanu. Therefore, they resolve into Paramanu. That is fine. Therefore, they are anityani. They come and go. But what about Akasha? Akasha doesn't have avayava. That is why they say Nityaha. Akasha doesn't have any parts. That is why they have the idea, the notion that Akasha is Nitya. Nityatva. Therefore, Srishtehe Prag, it must be there. Srishtehe Prag, Akashasya, Astitvam Asti. Therefore, Sat along with Akasha was there before the Srishti. Therefore, Tasya Abhavaha, Vehetaha Asatvam, Katam Bhaktam Shakyate iti Nayayikaha Prichanti. That is their objection. For that we answer. We don't immediately give it. First we give a defensive and then offensive. So that is the answer is going to be given in the next shloka 42. We will see. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद विशाल जी.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.